Taurus can be your rising sign, Taurus can be your moon sign. Please do watch this video till the end. Then you really want to learn about lots of opportunities regarding romantic relationship, business opportunities to make a lot of profit and your success and progression. How will you acquire the vehicle or car or property, gain in wealth in this month? Mars transit report for all of you and transit effect for all of you from 7th of December 2025 will carry on till 16th of January 2026. Let me define you the Mars, about the Mars and its effect. Mars has traditionally been considered as a malefic planet in astrology that is more likely to produce evil than good. But this is not so. This is not true at all. Although, as is in this case with any planet, if the energies of Mars are allowed to operate to access, its effects can be quite difficult, but usually there is nothing to fear from its transit. And in fact, its energies are a vital part of our life, everyday life. Mars is an energy planet. Specifically, it rules the energy that an individual uses to maintain himself or herself in the face of pressure from his environment. When you're talking about somebody's confidence, we're talking about Mars. When we're talking about somebody's guts, that is Mars. Without confidence, without guts, you can't survive in the world. That take you forward. The Mars energy say that this is what I am and this I can be no other way. That is your Mars. And prepare an individual to the fight. If somebody making you fighter in your life, that is Mars. If necessary to maintain his or her position. Obviously, one can have no individuality without this energy. Otherwise, you have no personality without this Mars's energy. It is a fundamental part of the ego, drive, and anyone in whom this energy is weak is not much of a personality. People can walk over the person. Person with a weak Mars often do the things that are attributed to a strong Mars, such as acting extremely pugnacious, irritable, or argumentative. These people have to constantly reassure themselves that they are strong, which would be unnecessary. If they really were strong, it is true, they don't have to, if they're really strong, they don't have to tell themselves, I'm strong, no. It is true that, however, the person with a strong Mars is likely to be rather domineering. And that is, you are here to rule. Because Mars is one of the commander of Devata's army. So he is a chief of staff, one of the chief of staff. If you see commanders of Devatas, the angels commander. Mars is also connected with work and physical energy, hard work, physical hard work and physical energy. And often his transit signify a day when you feel very energetic and extremely vigorous. In fact, one way to ensure that a Mars transit will not cause dispute or argument with others, which is a sign of male functioning Mars energy, is to have plenty of hard work to do. The negative side of Mars most often manifests itself when there is no other outlet for its energy. Then you're bored with the energy. You want to lash out. As Mars transit each planet in your horoscope, the area of life related to that planet will become energized. When Mars transit Venus, you seek out physical love. Yes. When Mars transit Mercury, you look for mental activity. But there is more to it than that. When Mars transit a planet, your ego drive are likely to incorporate that planet's energy. You will try to establish your individuality toward others through the issue related to that planet. This can result in a conflict with others if the energy gets too strong or encounters serious resistance from others. And of course, there is nothing wrong with a good fight if it serves some purpose. Fighting is one way to learn about your own strength in an interpersonal sense. As Mars transit each house, the affair of that house become energized, just as with the transited planet. And also you will be most active or seek to assert yourself through the affair of the house occupied by transiting Mars. Here again, you are most likely to have a conflict with others in this area of your life. The only danger with Mars is that its energy, when submitted to the physical level, can signify accident, specifically from burns or fire, and illnesses involving fever and infection. This is often the result of frustrated ego energies, and although you may have to dig around in your own psyche to realize that this whole thing, you must learn to express your resentment and anger, for they are legitimate part of your being. That is Mars. Taurus, month of December 2025. I'm defining the Mars transit effect for you, Taurus. For Taurus, Mars transiting in your 8th house. Taurus can be your moon sign, your rising sign. Mars transit effect starting from Mars is transiting in your 8th house. Starting from 7th of December. It will carry on till 16th of January 2026. Mars transiting in your 8th house. Mars is the lord of your 11th house and the lord of the 2nd house. So Mars 4th positive aspect on your 11th house. 7th negative aspect on your 2nd house, 8th negative aspect on your 3rd house. So you will be highly active, very creative, very dynamic. And may I say again, Mars is the lord of your 11th house for Taurus and the lord of 2nd house. But the Mars 4th positive aspect on your 11th house, which is most phenomenally unique. But the 7th aspect on your 2nd house, which is not positive, negative. 8th negative aspect on your 3rd house. So you will be highly active, very creative, very dynamic. You will be coming across lots of challenges, complications, issues. Your drive, determination, discipline will make you achieving success. Sudden wealth may be gained. You'll suffer some domestic strife. You have a secret worries. You have a hidden wealth which will be buried inside the earth. Or you will have a hidden wealth which is not yours, out of the blue. You will earn through hard work. Your presentation will be very powerful. You'll be full of resources, highly emotional, but sometimes very temperamental, very violent, and may believe in fate. You may generally benefit from speculation, sometime lottery, sometime racing. Your efforts will bring income resources and dignified opportunities. You may be suffering from some kind of a health issue because Mars transiting in your 8th house. Blood-related issues, blood disorders. There may be injury from sharp object, injury from weapons, or injury due to accident. You may even have to undergo some kind of a surgery. Mars transit in the 8th house during this time period. This mostly donates physical danger to you when the Mars transit in 8th house. This period demands strict watchfulness on any and all the development related to your life, especially driving, especially traveling, especially mingling with dodgy people. You have to take care of your health and physique. Stay clear from disease and all kind of addictions to maintain sound health. Some of you also like to develop some kind of blood-related disorders like anemia, hemorrhage, deficiency, disease. This particular period also needs you to stay away from any weapons and dodgy people. Avoid undertaking any task that might prove to be life risking for you. The finances would require proper vigilantic approach during this time period. Most of you are likely to face some steep declining in your finances if not handled tactfully. However, avoid going for any kind of a loan and try to keep yourself debt free. At work, you may have to put an extra effort to see success in your undertaking. Keep up your hope and work on. Hold on to your position and honor at work, and this low phase shall also pass on. Most of you are likely to go on foreign trip, which may even have to stay away from your family for a considerable time. But Mars in 8th house. What the modern astrology says about it? 8th house is the house of death. So Mars in the 8th house. 8th house is the house of huge change in your life. When you go through huge change, biggest change in your life. The effect of Mars transit to this 8th house can be either very subtle or very blatant. It is hard to tell in advance which it will be. Basically, your ego drive will create a confrontation with something which will force a transformation of some kind in your life. Yes, huge transformation in your life. For example, you may encounter someone who has a powerful effect upon you and cause you to change. This may happen through a conflict with this person, or he or she may gain influence over you and thereby affect you strongly. Because the 8th house is a house of values and that you share with others, there may be conflict concerning values or objects that are valued, such as a property and possession. The conflict might force you to re-examine and modify your position. In a marriage relationship or partnership or some kind of that arrangement of a relationship, the two of you may disagree strongly on the management of jointly held resources, how to spend a limited amount of money. For example, it is also quite likely that two of you will use your joint resources, particularly money, rather foolishly and wastefully. Be careful of this transit because it can lead to conflict this time. Because of the problem with the resources held by or jointly with others, this is usually not a good time to try to obtain loan. Ego conflict, either subtle or obvious, are likely to foul up negotiation. This transit stimulates physical intimacy as an expression of your ego, which it is most people much more than they are willing to admit. You are more likely to now seek through physical companionship an intense and transforming quality that will take you out of the ordinary into transcendent realm. Just keep in your mind that this is a rather large demand to place upon a frail human relationship. The sum of all your experience at this time will lead in either great or small ways to transforming the ways in which you assert yourself into the world. Both literally and figuratively, there will be, may I say that, some kind of an issue which you need to deal with properly. Just like beware of any accident, beware of any huge challenge. Mars in the 8th house, beware of huge gambling, beware of an accident, and beware of any tragedy. And try not to take any financial risk. Try not to take any physical risk. That is my advice to everybody, please. Be careful. Try not to do anything which you can't even justify, please. So Mars position in 8th house. The task precaution I'm going to offer you, please donate 8 kilogram revdiya in the temple. Day should be Tuesday. Repeat this minimum once or twice, 2 Tuesdays, please. Very, very important. And donate money to widow ladies, donate money to childless people, handicapped people. Very importantly. And if you can afford it, flow 8 kilogram revdiya in the fastest flowing river, they have to be Tuesday or Thursday. That will save you from any crisis situation. And precautions. And refrain from drink and driving. Refrain from foul companionship. Refrain from too much drinking. Be careful, please. Quick reminder, yes, you can take your astrological journey even deeper by downloading my free app. Just sign up and you receive a complimentary basic consultation as my welcome gift to you. But you'll have access to premium content. Weekly horoscope premium content, monthly horoscope premium content, yearly horoscope premium content. Yes, with transit effect, conclusions, task precaution chanting, very thorough report, weekly, monthly, yearly. Wish you all the best. Thank you.